Welcome back, my little graveyard ghosts. It's always a pleasure to see you return. And if you did, take a second to subscribe and claim your tombstone in the graveyard and turn on all notifications to be summoned for new ritual pastas. Now, let's begin tonight's story. The High Priestess. There is something mystical about this woman. Something powerful, mysterious. Like she holds the key to the secrets you hold. Secrets you've even hidden from yourself. But she's here to say, you will never be truly free until you've unleashed your darkness. The High Priestess is the card with the number 2 in the major arcana of the tarot. She can be invoked to help you integrate your shadows and therefore transforming you into a more powerful version of yourself. The trial she lays ahead of you is never easy, but it is for sure worth it. To invoke the High Priestess, lock yourself in a room with no sources of light. Your surroundings should be completely dark, as this is deeply synonymous of you being ready to dive into the blackest, most concealed chambers of your mind. Make sure you have with you a piece of parchment and something to write with. You will need those by the end of the ritual. You may also light up a candle if you wish, but it will go out by the time the ritual has begun. Lay down on the bed or on the floor and close your eyes. Try to identify what you feel and where you feel it in the body. Is it fear, rage, anxiety, or sadness? The darkness and quiet are only going to amplify these emotions, but that is what you want for the ritual to work. As you have pinpointed the location of the feeling and have a general awareness of its presence, you will recite the following phrase: I know you are here, and I request your guidance. You are wise, and you can teach me how to see the unseen. In your hands, I leave my soul. Grab my hands and guide me through my darkest night. As you finish saying these words, reach your right hand out towards the ceiling. A white hand will emerge from the darkness and pull your entire body up from your resting place. You will soon drop on your knees on the cold ground of a dark forest. There is an immense full moon high up in the sky, faintly illuminating your surroundings. You can't make out much of the space you are in, with the exception of the vague contours of the trees. You should get up and look around. Soon enough, you should spot an entry point in the forest, a beaten path, or some sort of tunnel in the weeds and bushes. That is the path you need to follow. As you do, you will experience the same uneasy feeling you began with, only this time it will be amplified. If you felt anxious, you may begin to panic. If you felt angry, you might find it hard to resist screaming and exteriorizing your rage. If you felt lonely, you'll be petrified and convinced that you absolutely don't matter, and that continuing in this is absolutely pointless. No matter what you feel while going down this path in the Priestess woods, you must continue. This is part of the test. If you slow down or stop for too long, you will soon start feeling and hearing the presence of the guardians. If you see their silhouettes, it means it's already too late for you. These dark shadows will consume you, and if you die in the forest of the Priestess, your mortal body always follows. So then it is imperative that you hurry and get off the path. As long as you fight your feeling and keep going, nothing is going to happen to you. As you eventually reach the end of the path, you will be met by the black silhouette of a throne, guarded by two angelic-looking beings. One is the brightest, most blinding light you have ever laid eyes on. Its brightness is contained somehow within its contour, so no light is actually shed on the outside surroundings. The other one, on the other hand, is like a vortex of blackness. It is darker than the darkest shadow, and it seems to steal even the faint light you get from the moon. Avoid looking at either of them for too long, or else you'll most definitely go blind in this realm, as well as in the physical world. The High Priestess is sitting on her throne, writing something on a piece of parchment. She herself is nothing but a shadow, with her eyes being the only luminous detail about her. They seem to penetrate right through your soul. That is, because they are. She knows you better than you know yourself. There is no hiding, no secret, no shadow when she lays her eyes upon something. And she has just figured out all of your deepest, darkest fears and repressed thoughts and emotions. Once she's done writing, she will signal to you to come forth, and she will place the piece of parchment paper in your hand. It will catch on fire and turn to ash as soon as you touch it, but fear not, for it will not hurt you. She will only say this to you: may this serve you well. Open your eyes, and you shall see. With 2 fingers, she will close your eyes, and moments later, you will wake up back into your own reality. Pick up the piece of parchment I told you to bring for the ritual. You will see it now has writings on it. These are your biggest fears, suppressed and repressed, ignored and lost in the shadows of your subconscious. She has brought them forward for you to heal and integrate them. They are the things you dread doing and admitting about yourself the most. Should you complete the task, the High Priestess will bestow upon you the gift of intuition and inner knowing. You will be able to accurately read every situation and every person you encounter in this life and decide on the right course of action. You will be able to predict disasters, failed relationships, and dangerous connections before they happen, both for you and those around you. You will be able to see things clearly for what they truly are. But bear in mind, you have one full moon cycle to do it. Whatever the High Priestess has asked you to do in the letter must be completed within a full moon cycle, which translates to roughly a month. If you refuse to go through with the task, the High Priestess will take away your sight. You will be blind forever, as you chose to be blind about yourself.